Hello and welcome back to another video. This time we are looking at hyperliquid, another popular coin for big profits. We're on the daily time frame. We're trying to understand what EngineeringRobo is telling us from a price action perspective. Lots of resistance in the price points that I'm highlighting. The first one is $24.32. The next one at $27. The next one at around $30. Price also reacted around the $32 mark, and since its release, $35.85 has been the price point to break, but the coin itself did rally as high as $42. Currently trading at $21. Where is this price going next? So on the daily time frame, there is very little information for EngineeringRobo to glean from. So what we're going to do is move down to the lower time frames to understand if there's any clues in what we can establish in terms of our next moves. So what is good is the fact that we have an AI intelligence score. And what I will do now is just turn off some of these settings so that we can have a clearer look as to what is actually going on. So I'll switch off the cloud for now and just try to understand if there is any signals that we can actually potentially be looking to trade on the back of this. We've got the hodl line left on. That is a mixture of different parameters rather than just a moving average. And what we have seen is price breaking a trend line. So the momentum has clearly dropped on a 3-hour trend line, and we did have consolidation happening around the $22 mark up to $24, where price has actually broken down. So what do we do now? We've seen on the larger time frame that $23 is an interesting price point in terms of price reacting. And what I also look for is candle color and the change of trend in terms of candle color and early warning signs. It goes from red to gray to green, and then green, red, green, gray. So now price looks to be consolidating again. If I were to consider a short, I would be looking for a breakdown of this consolidation line or level or range, and then a retest. Let me actually draw that so that you guys can see what that would look like. So I will be looking for price to stay within this zone, break down here, retest, and then go short here. By that time, we would have an AI sell signal. Right, okay. Right now, the EngineeringRobo AI indicator is telling us that we should be going long on this coin, but we can't just take that one signal for us to go long. So we do have a checklist in place, and I will just quickly do the watch framework so that you guys can assess with myself to see where we are in terms of price action. Whales, smart money, is it actively entering or exiting? Right now we have a balanced. I'm going to leave that as a kind of question mark at the moment. It's not in or out, it's balanced. Do we have an AI buy or sell signal? Yes, we do. We have a buy signal. Is there a trend line break? Let's see what kind of trend line that has broken. So if I zoom out, yes, we did have a downward trend on the 3-hour, and we can see that price did break out of that trend line, retest it, and now it's currently doing a good job staying above it, which is good. So we'll give that a mark, and then what we're going to look for is the cloud and high AI intelligence score. We don't have a high intelligence score. Currently it is on red and it is 3. For us to go long, we want that to be green with either a 4 or a 5. So I am going to put that as a cross right now. So the other condition left on our checklist is to ensure that this is in the green cloud buying zone for us to warrant us to go long on this coin, with a potential stop out area around $19. So yes, price is consolidating sideways, and we do see a green cloud there. So I am going to put that as a tick. So potentially what we're looking at here is a trade setup of going long. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, where we'd have a stop loss there and potentially targeting a one-on-one, well, just over a one-on-one, but then potential we want to be tracking a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio on the upside. So there wasn't enough data on the daily time frame. So on the 3-hour time frame, we certainly want to be tracking it here. Before I enter a position, I like to see what the stochastic indicator is doing and what the MACD is doing. And currently we are above the 50% line. We are in negative on the MACD, but then with a long position, that's probably a good area where movement will be looking to go towards the zero line and then move upwards. If we can hold this 50% line, then that would be great. Ideally, I'll be looking for an entry. I'll prefer an entry when prices around the 20% band on the stochastic. Let's quickly have a look at what's happening on the 45 minutes. If I quickly get rid of these lines, have a look at the 45 minutes to see if there's resistance or anything that we can glean from this one. You see, social intelligence score is a -4, it's quite high even on a smaller time frame. I would be waiting at the moment. I would want to see price come a little bit lower and see where and how price would react against this support zone. Again, if that's the case, then my risk to reward ratio increases. But what I'm not liking are all of the resistance lines here. However, on a 3-hour trade, it is a trading probability where our indicator is printing to go long. 3 out of the 5 conditions are met, and I will be considering taking long on this position. Hope you found that useful. See you again on the next one.